Hello, learners. Today we are going to talk about Peace Poem by Dr. Silvia Hartmann. She was born in 1959 in Germany. She was living in the UK since 1978. Silvia is an author of many fiction and non-fiction books. She's a developer and primary designer of many science projects. She is a popular author, poetess, researcher, and lecturer. Her poems give the message we shouldn't judge things just by looking at one side of them. Peace comes after breaking hardships and efforts. So, while talking about the poem Peace, the first stanza is: The wind is now a roaring, smashing monster of destruction, wrecking all man's work from the valleys, from the vales, and sends them spinning, broken, flying. In the first stanza, the wind has been personified into a monster of destruction, and it explains that it has the quality of like an animal which is creating this huge roar, and it is breaking things with its force, with its pressure when it hits something. So the man's work is actually the creation that is present in the valleys or in the mountains. So the man's work is basically the buildings, the houses, or infrastructure we can talk about. So the wind, what is wind doing? Wind has this hard quality, a harsh quality that is of destruction, which actually is destroying and smashing everything violently that comes in its way. So when it is destroying and breaking these creatures of the mankind, those creatures then seem to be flying in the sky, as if they're spinning, as if they're flying, something that is broken, something that does not have any significance. So wind has been in this poem, basically wind has been compared. Two qualities, two aspects or two sides of the wind has been shown in this poem. So the first stanza, we are shown with the violent mood or violent attitude or the violence that wind brings towards the mankind. Then in the next stanza, it talks about, but all of that is not its core. Its center is in truth, eternal stillness, bright blue skies, and all you hear are gentle whispers, far away and unimportant. So basically, in the second stanza, we get to know about the reality of the wind. That when it's calm and when it's completely still, so it brings happiness, it brings clarity into the bright blue skies. How is clarity being brought? Clarity is being brought in the sense that when wind is very harsh and when wind is flowing with a lot of pressure and speed, so things are not clear. And when it destroys infrastructure or buildings or houses, so the view is somewhat blurred, or a human being cannot clearly see that what's happening due to nervousness or due to their vision or the dust that is being all around with the wind. So when it is still, it brings peace, love, and calmness with its clarity into the bright blue skies. This also highlights the calming nature of wind, that when there is some violence that the wind shows, after that there is some calming effect or the soothing effect that comes, that is actually explaining to us the natural phenomenon that after hardships there will be some peace, there will be harmony, there will be happiness. So we shouldn't be negative all the time. So what this peaceful and calming and still wind does, it brings the whispers, it brings the gentle whispers from areas that are very far away. These gentle whispers are actually the small soothing effects that the wind brings with itself when it is low and calm, when it is not furious, when it is not fierce, when it is not violent, and when the pressure of the wind is low and it is moving smoothly, like swaying, like the wind is swaying the leaves, etc. So what it does, that whenever there is a good weather or there is a good wind, an individual's mood is elevated. An individual's mood changes. One person becomes happy. Their mood just, they cheer up suddenly. So the wind has a very great impact upon human creation. At one side, it is destroying the creation of the mankind. On the other side, it is bringing peace, love, and happiness to the mankind. Thank you.